Live is starting. Am I going to be on before? Didn't change the frame rate though, did I?
No, you didn't.
And also the last few times I've done this has crashed. Check your internet connection. Not suitable for live streaming. I know. I'm live. All right. Hey, everybody. It's Yasmin here. How are you doing on this bright and cheery Monday morning? It's actually not very bright or cheery here in London, I have to say. It's extremely grey. But I have been for my morning walk. I'm actually really anxious about something. And I've realized nothing bad, nothing stupidity. I shouldn't be. I mean, I'm basically what I wanted to talk about today. As the moon moves through the sign of Libra, okay, which is good because the moon is our emotions, and Libra is actually a sign that seeks balance. And so it's a good day to talk about it. I wanted to talk about something which has been affecting me, which is that I've been allowing my own anxiety to kind of go out onto other people. Do you do this? And I wanted to talk about the fact that if you happen to be a parent, which I know, quite a few people who watch this are, we need to be really careful that we go through our stuff, we work through our SHIT, our own stuff. And honestly, my son is 15. And I kind of wish that I had done this work. I mean, I have kind of done the work all the way along. I have, but I've never quite managed to actually clear it. I've just tried to stop it through sheer willpower and mindfulness and trying to think, okay, you mustn't do that thing. I won't say what it is because it's not fair on him. But yeah, no, so I'm thinking I need to go and really work on this, like maybe get some EMDR therapy, which I keep hearing really good things about, because obviously my anxiety about this particular subject, let's say, I don't know, what could we say it's about, I don't know. I mean, it's not, but it could be about, exercise, say. It's not, but just say it was. Where did my trauma about exercise begin, and that I'm now passing on to him. And I do. I mean, if you happen to be watching, especially if you happen to be watching pregnant, best case scenario, or even before you've had children, or you've got a really newborn or a youngster, I'm telling you, if you're seeing yourself getting triggered by stuff that's bringing up your own stuff, go and get it sorted out. I mean, I have kind of had this sorted out, but I've had other things that I think in a way we go down level after level after level. Anyway, the long and the short of it is, I was thinking as well, one thing that the Moonology Manifesting Challenge is going to help you to at least uncover whatever your stuff is, that not only is it holding you back, but you could be passing on to your children if you have children. And just to explain really briefly, I did a post on the weekend which a lot of people really liked. I think probably one person got upset about something, I can't remember what now, and whatever. I deleted it. I actually was obviously in a very provocative mood on the weekend, and I kept posting all these things that people were objecting to. Not everybody, like 99% of people saw it through my eyes, but obviously it was that 1% where it could actually be seen very differently. Anyway, I'm rambling a bit, and I will do a card in a minute. But this post I'm thinking about was how to make wishes that work, and what it was about the fact that we need to clear through our SHIT in order to become a better manifester. And, that's basically what we're going to be doing in the Moonology Manifesting Challenge, which starts on the 26th, so 2 days from now. If you haven't registered, there's a link above, or just go to moonmessages.com/MMC for Moonology Manifesting Challenge. moonmessages.com/MMC. And and so what happens is that we're actually doing it in the waning cycle of the moon, which is time to let it all go. And we're basically going to use that waning cycle to let SHIT go. But I also think that, depending on how ingrained it is, I think for me, stuff that's coming up for me now, which I'm now inflicting on my son, my beautiful kid, who's such a great kid and doesn't need any of that. It came from my childhood, and I'm not blaming anyone, especially not my parents, by the way. But yeah, it came from my childhood, and it's time for me to deal with it. And I have tried to deal with it, but obviously I think I haven't tried hard enough. I think I need to go a little bit deeper. And in fact, I did a card the other day after I started thinking about this, and I actually got the Go Deeper card. So it doesn't take a rocket scientist to work out what that means. All right, so I'm sorry I'm a bit rambling today, but it is because my anxiety is up because I've been triggered, and I've pretty much triggered myself, and I probably triggered my kid. You know, it's like that Philip Larkin poem. Do you know the poem? They fuck you up, your mum and dad. They don't mean to, but they do. That's actually a Philip poem by a guy called Philip Larkin, who I think at one point might have been a poet laureate, but I'm not sure. Swore a lot for a poet laureate if he was. Anyway, it's saying my FPS is too low again, darling. Olivier? It's saying the FPS is too low again.
Okay, I'm looking at how.
Oh, good. Okay, we're fixing that up. So I've got the card. I'm ready to do it. Let me see if I can see your comments. We're actually trying to get everything ready for the Moonology Manifesting Challenge. And just by the way, what I've decided to do, if this card is for you, it'll be here in 30 seconds when I say this. We're actually going to play out the videos from last year live with us all watching them. So I'm going to introduce them. Then we'll watch it together. I'll be here. I'll be in a little corner at the top. And then I'll stay online for 15-20 minutes afterwards. Last year we did the VIP where people paid, I think it was $100 to sort of chat afterwards. We won't do that this year. We're actually just going to all chat here on Facebook. So if you've got questions, I can answer them as we're watching the video, but also afterwards. So I hope that makes sense. All right, I'm really rambling because I'm really freaked out. Okay, you know what? Before I do the card, I'm going to do a chant. I listened to this chant for 10 minutes down by the river today, and it was great, but it's worn off. I have to do it again. Here we go. Hari Om Nam Lam Mam Vam Sim Ram Vam Yam Yam Ham Shiva Ram Swaha. And you know what's coming to me as I did that? I just want to show you. I think I can probably share my screen here. I think I can. Here we are. I'm going to share it with you what just came to me, because I think it's important, and it's probably important for lots of people. All right, you ready? Here we go. God, universe, spirit, goddess, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And I think what's going on for me here, for what it's worth, is that I just need the courage to change this. And I feel like I've just been having a little tap at it over the years, and now it's like sledgehammer time. So there we go. All right, so the card is this card for you. Oh, interesting. Like all of them, it's interesting. Where's the guidebook? Le guidebook. Oh no, I don't seem to have the guidebook here, which is annoying. No, it's all right, darling. Oh, can you see it? Oh, there it is. I'm really stressed. Okay, so are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Funnily enough, what a funny message for me to get today. Honor your feelings. All right, now let's just read, because this is for all of us. If you're watching this live or on the replay, it's for you too. All right, so it is the first quarter moon in Pisces. Here we go. First quarter moon in Pisces. You see? Well, I'm not really doing this because I'm being fairly honest. Well, I'm being a bit bright and breezy. Are you putting on a good front, acting like you're bright and breezy but hiding your real feelings? Well, a bit, but not really. Rather than acting as though everything is fine, if you're worried about certain issues, it's best to deal with them. Well, I think that's the message. If you're worried about shit, deal with it. Avoid getting so wrapped up in your feelings that you overwhelm yourself. Well, that's me, and everyone else involved in the situation. That's me too. If you deny your feelings, you'll go nowhere fast with your manifesting. Look at the big picture. Use your intuition. Avoid blowing an upset out of proportion. Oh my God, that is like the message for my life. As admirable as it is to live a cheerful and happy-go-lucky life, this card suggests you need to make sure you're not ignoring your emotions. You're being asked to feel all your feelings. Well, I'm doing that. Making light of your emotions now isn't recommended. Well, I'm doing that as well. Remember, we create with our emotions. Okay, all right. So you know what? We actually have, as with all the cards in my Moonology manifestation deck, there is a little kind of ceremony that you can do. Sorry, you can't see that. It's just too light. You can just about see it if I hold it like that. Anyway, you can't read it, sorry. But anyway, basically we're going to do it now. So the crown chakra is located at the top of your head and its color is a majestic violet. This chakra connects you with source and helps you to find direction when you need it. So, imagine bathing in a column of radiant violet light and just breathe. I just had an idea. I could just record all these and then we could just do them and without me having to read them out and then do them. But anyway, hold this card to your crown chakra and call in its energies with this incantation. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on some music by Mark Watson, who I have permission to play his music anytime I so desire, as long as I say who it's by. So marklwatsonmusic.com. I will put the link in afterwards. Let me just find it. Sorry guys. Music. Come on. All right, I can't do it. How can I quickly play some music? I can do Joe and Idor. They're always there for me. Thanks, guys. All right, so I'm going to do Joe and Idor. So it's actually Edo and Joe, EDO and Joe.com. All right. Okay, well, it's actually quite a nice incantation. So I'm going to hold the card to my crown chakra, and that's for you as well, okay? And the incantation is energies of the first quarter moon in Pisces. Thank you for showing me that I am divine. Okay, I feel a bit silly doing this, but the idea is that all these cards are actually very charged. So if you hold them to your heart or your throat or your crown chakra. All right, here we go. Hopefully you're going to be able to... Oops, okay. Okay, just breathe. Here we go. Just breathe. Just breathe, we're nearly there. So, energies of the first quarter moon in Pisces. Thank you for showing me that I am divine. Energies of the first quarter moon in Pisces. Thank you for showing me that I am divine. Energies of the first quarter moon in Pisces. Thank you for showing me that I am divine. And the funny thing about that is I actually said to my son, because I said, look, I'm just being triggered. It's my own triggers triggering you now. And I said to him today, I WhatsApped him at school, I'm actually going to talk about this on Facebook today, darling. I said, I'm sorry. And I'm going to talk about it on Facebook today. I said, don't worry, I won't do anything embarrassing. And here I am with my eyes closed with a card on my head. But there we go. I didn't say anything too embarrassing, hopefully. All right, so I'm now going to attempt to end this live if I can work out how to do it. Yes, I think I can do it. Have a beautiful day. I'm going to go and book an EMDR specialist so I can work through this stuff. And I hope that you will join me for the Moonology Manifesting Challenge, which starts in 2 days. It's free, moonmessages.com/MMC. And we're basically going to learn how to get rid of all this stuff so we become an even more powerful manifester. And as I said, I've been working on what I'm dealing with now. I have been working on it for years. It first came up probably when Louis was about 3 or 4. But I think I've realized now, like, I feel like I've really got to really do something about it. So, you know, we're going to do the manifesting challenge, but one message I'm going to be giving is, like, it's also about taking action and going a bit further if we need to. All right. Lots of love, guys. See ya.